A fast-breaking storm has covered area highways with several inches of snow, and soon the evening rush hour will begin. Homebound commuters will expect the roads to be open. Motorists depend on us to do this service, and we need to depend on ourselves to get out on the road safely and efficiently to do the job people expect of us. Hooking up a snowplow properly only begins our story. We learn to do this well because we know better than anyone else its significance to the scenes you are seeing. It's much more than just a procedure. Those of you who have done it for years, sit back and think of the many days and nights you have skillfully maneuvered that big machine through and around the streets and highways. And those of you who are new, you look forward to the day when this procedure is so old hat that you can concentrate only on the driving. So let's begin and walk step by step through the process of hooking up the snowplow. The hookup procedure can be separated into two parts. One, an inspection of your truck, inside and out, and two, the inspection and actual hookup of the plow. To help us walk through this process, Craig, the driver, and Ron will work as a team. The truck is generally kept inside for ease of starting and to prevent the hydraulic system and other fluids from gelling. To begin, Ron stores his lunchbox in the tool compartment. He does this for safety reasons because anything lying loose in the cab can be dangerous. He takes out his flashlight and hammer and strikes each tire to check for proper inflation and uses his flashlight to check the wheel lug nuts. He knows that if he sees scratch marks, the lug nuts are probably loose. He does this procedure for each tire, making sure there are not any problem areas. Next, with the help of Craig, Ron unlocks the hood latch to lower the hood. Ron then checks the power steering fluid. There should be sufficient level for proper operation. Check to be sure the fan and alternator belt have proper tension. Also look at the fan itself. Walk to the other side of the truck and once again check for tautness in the belts. Loose belts will slip and a tight belt will burn up. Ron also checks the radiator level. No one has to tell Ron what severe temperatures can do to an engine. Finally, check the level of the crankcase. Make sure there is plenty of engine oil to operate smoothly. At $40,000 per truck, trouble can be very expensive. After lowering the hood, Ron climbs into the cab to continue his inspection of the total truck. He starts the truck and checks the various gauges, especially the oil gauge. If the level reads low, be sure to notify the shop foreman. Again, with the help of an assistant, check out all the different lights, the headlights, plow lights, turn signals, and the blue strobe light. When plowing snow, it's very difficult to see under the best of conditions, and with a bulb out, it makes it even worse. The rear lights are also checked from the back of the truck. The last thing Craig does in the inspection of his truck is check the flag, that crucial signal to motorists in the hazy light of swirling snow that he is on the road. And with that, Ron and Craig prepare to start the second procedure, to inspect and actually hook up the plow. Although there are many kinds of hookups, the procedure Ron and Craig are about to model is considered a quick hookup. It takes about 5 minutes and allows for the truck to be used for other purposes. Ron and Craig want their hookup to be both safe and easy. For that to happen, the equipment needs to be set up in a standard way. First, Craig drives his truck up to the plow. The plow needs to be blocked up for ease in the mounting. When Craig positions the truck for mounting, which must be done very carefully, Ron guides him in a calm manner, giving clear directions with his hands. The truck moves up to the mounting pins on the plow to meet the bumper mounting bracket. Now they're ready to hook up the hydraulic lines, which begins with Ron wiping off the connectors on the hydraulic hoses and then checking to make sure that they are secured. Next, the lifting cable is attached to the hook located above the center of the front bumper. And the lift carrying chain is unhooked. Ron signals to raise the ram. The plow is then hydraulically raised and the undercarriage goes into place. Here you see the pins going into the bumper's mount. And a look at the ram raising the plow and the undercarriage going into place from another angle. And still another look at the undercarriage going into position. Then, Ron takes the undercarriage latch pins out of the truck cab. The right and left pins are inserted in the undercarriage. The signal is given to lower the ram. Ron attaches the carriage chain to the hook, tugs on the chain to make sure there is enough slack, and unhooks the lifting cable. Then he cleans and connects the two remaining hydraulic hoses. Ron gives a signal, and Craig moves the plow blade back and forth to check the clearance of the hoses. It's important to check around the hydraulic lines to see if there are any drippings to indicate leaks in the hydraulic system. The last step in the hookup process is Ron's placement of a block under the plow. The blade is lowered to check the cutting edge. Feeling with his hands, Ron carefully inspects the conditions of the cutting edge and the bolts holding the cutting edge on. If you see that the bolts are in bad condition, you should notify the shop immediately. Just as the truck and plow must work together in tandem, Ron and Craig have worked well together to make this possible. This hookup process took place slow motion, without that pressure of weather conditions that require your services out on snow-slick roads. As you know, a driver like Craig can get called anytime and be out on the road for long stretches of time, having to be alert and skillful every minute he's out. Not only his life, but the lives of countless others depend on him. And that's why an inspection of a truck and the hookup of a plow is much more than a mechanical process.